Good morning. My name is Christian Wiskovich. I'm a human services manager here in the Department for Aging and Rehab Services in Lynchburg, Virginia. I have been in this career for around 12 years. And also previously, I have experience with job coaching, and I'm very excited about customized employment. And here I have.
My name is Hunter Rattan. I'm a vocational rehabilitation counselor for the Department for Rehabilitation Services. I've been doing this for about 2 years. Previously, I was a special education teacher out in the county. I'm very excited about customized employment. I think it's a best practice for a lot of our individuals that we serve.
Yeah. I'm also, Hunter and I share the excitement about customized employment. I see an opportunity to spend more time meeting with the clients or our consumers and really get to know them and really identify, their goals and their interests and, reach a successful outcome rather than going like very fast with the supported employment approach, which is great in some instance in a lot of instances, but customized employment also allows us to be more creative.
Yeah, and building off that creativity, it really lets us to discover and have a holistic approach to clients, really getting into work with individuals that have more limited capacity than others, as compared to supported employment. So we have a greater success. And not only does it help the client, but it helps a lot of local businesses too and builds a better community for our area.
Yeah, and I think I echo that, and I think that customized employment, I think in it will be the goal of the state VR to identify the career pathways approach, and in combination with customized employment, I think that our consumers will have better quality of life and better wages and better opportunities for success, and to have also ownership about their process, which I love it.
And one of the great things about customized employment is that it is very consumer led. We really focus on what the consumer's needs are, their abilities, and their capabilities, and matching that with businesses that have needs, and really cultivating that community for successful businesses and our consumers.
Yeah, one of the things about customized employment, I really love the training, the acre training, and both of us are certified, and I will like to talk about my experience. I think it's very practical, very hands-on. I have the opportunity during my training to really practice a customized employment approach with employers. So sometimes when you go to trainings, it's very more theory, but this was a good combination about the concepts and the practical knowledge that we need.
Yes.
Yeah, and Hunter, I know that you did the like the virtual training, which I did as a refresher, and I was highly surprised how interactive it was, because sadly, some virtual trainings are not sometimes the best to keep people engaged. But I was really impressed by the engagement and how the topics that they covered.
Yeah, going on that virtual training, the interaction between the instructors and the lessons that are the way that the lessons are structured creates a really good learning environment, and it gives a good practical hands-on approach, as close to in-person training as you can get, and that was very beneficial. And it's helped us when we work with vendors and job coaches, help mentor and guide them through the process, that newer job coaches that have just gone through the training, because we have that as well, and we can help support them in supporting our clients.
Hunter, what I will talk about some of the challenges in some areas. Even though the customized employment, we have great training, it has a great purpose, and it has a great vision. I think that there's some capacity challenges in some areas. So do you want to talk about your opinion or experience with that?
Some challenges that we might be facing that could be just locally here in our community, or maybe across the state, nationwide, is a capacity issue with some of our vendors. What I mean by capacity issues, there's sometimes a turnover in job coaching, and having someone that's trained in customized employment as a job coach, they need to have longevity in that position, because customized employment is not just a turn and burn approach. It's a holistic approach, getting to really discover who the client is, their needs, right? So we need individuals that are going to be able to participate with the clients for a long time, so they get to know the clients and get to help build that relationship with the clients to have a successful placement, and competitive employment.
To follow up on that, we need to work together to overcome, those challenges and putting together different strategies. And thanks to, the involvement that we had with customized employment, it was developed a community of practice, which it was great because connect the individuals that we are really invested in customized employment, as well helps with a continuation about what we learned in training. And the great thing is that we are able to continue that community of practice, which I think is one of the factors that will help us to overcome the capacity issue. I was very, very excited about it, and I'm excited to see how the community of practice of customized employment will look forward.
Yeah, I think the community practice is great because you have practitioners, you have case managers, you have vendors that all care about customized employment, and we all can align our purpose in how we can overcome any challenges, which is very beneficial. And we learn a lot from each other, learning from different practitioners in different parts of the state and how they're becoming successful really opens up an opportunity for us to mimic certain strategies and approaches, with customized employment in our locale.
Yeah, and I think that one, going back to training with the community of practice, we will be able to kind of spread the word to the practitioners and vendors and share that information here in Virginia and with other states like Hunter mentioned, and kind of expand more about the proficiency training that we're doing here. That only you don't get the practical or the theory training, but you will have mentors that will help you, support you along the way. So I think that is another factor that, with the continuing the community of practice here in Virginia, we will be able to overcome the capacity, and the practitioners have that mentorship, so they can feel well supported. So I think we're very, very excited about that. Hunter, in your experience, what you would think that will be successful so far that you can share with us, getting involved with customized employment?
I think a lot of the success with customized employment comes through the discovery phase. I think that is imperative to a successful placement for our individuals that are participating in customized employment. Without that phase, the support will not know who that individual is. Getting to know that individual on a holistic approach, independent, learning who their supports are, learning how you can support them, whether as a counselor or a job coach, even natural supports, and in businesses that they're working, is imperative to their success. And I think that discovery phase is key to successful customized employment placement.
Yeah, that discovery is my favorite stage, milestone, or component of customized employment. And you mentioned, and for me, it's highly, highly, highly super important natural supports. That it could be family members, it could be providers. We need to make sure that the natural supports are involved in the process, and I think that if they are, definitely that will be successful. Also, I want to share briefly a story of when I was doing my training, we need to, as part of the training, identify a potential consumer that we were working that will benefit from it, from customized employment. So I was working with a consumer. He was looking kind of like very specific type of job related with history and wars and stuff like that. So he was not able to be successful finding out about that. So I partnered with one of the colleagues in the cohort on the training. We went through all the stages. We did the discovery. We developed a visual resume. We developed a video. We got mentorship, and in that process, we developed social capital, more awareness, and thankfully, he was able to work close to the Washington D.C. area, making a good career, decent wages. So without customized employment, sadly, this what happens sometimes, with consumers like this, they have the capability of doing more. Nothing wrong with an entry level job, but probably will end working an entry level job. He has been successful so far, and we have stayed in touch, and he's still doing well. So I think that that's one of the things that we could see more if we develop this model. So um, what do you see for the future of customized employment, Hunter?
We've had a long process of implementing customized employment, and that's beneficial because it's laying a good foundation for the future. And I think with customized employment in the future, we will see that as a best practice for our individuals that we serve, especially those with limited capacity. I would hopefully like to see customized employment being a first option for a lot of our clients rather than supported employment, because if we have clients that are starting off in customized employment, that finding a job that's going to have the longevity for them, that's competitive, is going to be more successful with customized employment rather than supported employment. So I would like to see customized employment in the future on the forefront of everyone's minds when we're talking about serving individuals with disabilities and vocational rehabilitation.
Yeah, I what I see on the future of customized employment is working on developing the capacity, more trained practitioners and employees from the state VR as well, job coach companies, and I think develop a strong system which we are able to offer more customized employment, and definitely we will. I'm excited to see the difference, and then after that, I would like to work and kind of concentrate in customized self-employment, which is an area that I think that it can make a difference. So both we are excited about customized employment. Hunter, as soon as he started working here, I think he fell in love with the concept and the idea, and from that time, he has been working very hard with me in this topic. So I really appreciate that, and we will keep working hard to develop that capacity. And I think that you should consider customized employment, and you will see the difference that it could do for your consumers.